Lagos, Nigeria, Africa's most populated city and home to a thriving beauty and cosmetics industry. But underneath the beautiful exterior, there is an ugly side to the hair business that has driven some women to the brink of despair.
The hair industry, booming business all over the world, especially here in Africa. But in the quest to have more hair, some women are losing even the little they have in the first place. I'm here in Lagos to meet women who have seen it all when it comes to hair loss.
A leading cause of hair loss in African women is traction alopecia, a type of hair loss that happens when hair is pulled tightly into braids, weaves, and other hairstyles that cause tension on the scalp. And for some, like this woman, who did not want to be identified, the condition can be embarrassing.
I did a lot of things to my hair growing up, like hair bonding, hair weave, braiding, tiny braids. Micro braids just take out the ends. I call it hair ironing, where I use ironing comb. You know, sometimes you want to go out and your whole front of your hair is looking nappy, and you just quickly put a dab of chemicals just to straighten it for like 5 minutes and you wash it off. You know, the chemical is burning, and even the ironing will burn and peel my scalp.
Chinwe hasn't always had such beautiful hair.
I had my very bad days with relaxers, with chemical relaxers, with weaves, with Ghana braids. I've done like almost everything. So I began to notice the breakage first at my nape. One day I just noticed that all my hair was gone.
And how did that make you feel?
I was wondering, like, you know, what happened and how I could recover it, because I began to feel self-conscious. And then I began to obviously wear more scarves to cover it up, began to wear more wigs to cover it up, because I didn't know what to do.
So I started going bald, like really scrapping off the hair so that I cannot worry. But then again, in this part of the world, it's not very feminine to be walking around with a bald head. It was so bad that it was not covering up the whole front anymore. So at that point, I decided it was time to do something.
I met up with a group of women in Lagos to discuss the different hair care regimens practiced by African women.
I've been styling hair professionally since '97, and when we were learning about black hair, it was just that small bit of when the hair is due, relax it. This is how you retouch it.
Relaxers aside, hair bonding has been cited as more damaging. Chinwe has witnessed the horrifying effects of bonding on her friend's scalp.
Bonding is using a glue to glue the wig to your hair. So she wears her wigs like caps. And when she took the wig off,
all her hair followed.
All her hair had gone.
Now you have women with hair using that technique that was made for people without hair. So what's going to happen? You're not gonna have hair.
The first thing you should do when you have a hair loss issue is to examine your hair follicles. Is this recoverable? Is the hair follicle active or it's not active? Once something is dead, it's dead. There's really nothing you can do about it. Only if you want to go to the surgical way and have hair transplant.
So what's going on here?
I spoke to a hair transplant surgeon to find out more about the procedure.
It's common here in Africa, traction alopecia. Yeah, traction alopecia is common because of the practices ladies involve themselves in. Tight braids, tight weaving, tight bonding. These are the things that ladies have done over the years. So when they come in with a problem and they're looking at me hoping to get a solution, my actual concern is, I hope I can fix this person's problem. There are some times I'm faced with challenges, some forms of hair loss. I know I can't fix this. It cannot be fixed. And it really hurts when I know I can do nothing to fix the hair. It really, really hurts, I must admit.
The images you are about to see may be graphic. Please look away if you are worried. A hair transplant surgery happens in 3 phases. First step, the harvesting of hair follicles from the back of the patient's own head, where hair tends to be fuller and thicker. The hair follicles are then carefully separated in a process that can take up to 4 hours or longer. Finally, the selected follicles are implanted one by one onto the affected area. In cases of extreme hair loss, up to 2,500 hair follicles or more can be implanted.
Does this hurt? No? To be honest, sometimes I even try to hide my own surprise, And in some cases I have asked some of the ladies, why did you allow them to do this to your hair? Why did you have to go this far? I mean, what happened to your hair? So I'm moved, actually. I'm concerned because I know the woman's self-esteem right there is at stake. And right there, I'm already thinking all the skills I've acquired over the years, all the education, all the information, all the things I've read in the books. I'm trying to put them together. How can I solve this issue of hair loss in this particular woman?
Despite the risk of hair loss and those associated with surgery, at least one hair transplant patient is encouraged by the results.
All of this part, like all this part had no hair. Yeah, I can see like there's a pattern here and here. So all of this was like skin, like your skin. Wow, but there's hair now.
Hair experts recommend a resting period between hairstyles where the hair is left completely undisturbed. However, in cases of extreme hair loss, a hair transplant surgery could be recommended.
When I'm in the salon, they always think I'm so fussy, but I'm always emphasizing, do not pull on my front hair, do not snag, do not pull. So I always make sure the braids are not too tight and the person isn't combing my hair with so much force. So yeah.
Most certainly. Beauty is definitely doesn't need to have any pain attached to it.
No pain and no damage. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
And by the way, our ladies are toasting healthy hair with a healthy glass of apple juice.